Hey guys, don't panic, but welcome to Sync Floyd, the podcast where we watch every movie ever made to see if it syncs up with Pink Floyd's 1973 magnum opus, The Dark Side of the Moon. My name is Gareth Blackler, and with me is James Barron.
Hello, it's me, James Barron. I'm here. I'm very happy. I feel like the start of each episode is me desperately trying not to laugh through the intro. It's just to keep you on your stride. But yes, we're here to enjoy the magnum opus 1973 Dark Side of the Moon, and also this week the movie The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which came out in 2005.
Yeah. James, what? Oh. No?
Oh.
This is a good show. Hey, James, what's your relationship with Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Hitchhiker's Guide? Oh, man, we're going back a long ways.
Oh, yeah.
This is like one of those ones that's like firmly entrenched in my childhood. And that,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Hitchhiker's Guide, like, we'd listen to the radio show and like the, the radio special, sort of, and the books on tape. On like big family road trips, as you do, and so it's like very informative of like my humor and style, I suppose. It's just a lot of fun. We're like my parents were big fans, and like that was my intro to it, and like I was so stoked when they were announcing that they were doing a movie back in 2003. I think they announced it, but it came out like 2005, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
And I was like following the production of this from start to finish because I was just so hype on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about yourself? What's your take on Hitchhiker's Guide? Do you know much about it?
Yeah, I was kind of late to it. I got into it in high school, and I remember it was a big like currency in high school was how well you knew it.
Oh yeah.
So I rented this movie on DVD, and then I like enjoyed it to an extent, and then I got the books out, and that was when it clicked for me. And I was like, "Oh yeah, this is awesome."
Yeah, that's fair.
But
I think that's like a lot of what people felt about the movie as well. So yeah.
But I do remember, I remember in high school, you were the Hitchhiker's Guide boy. You were the one. If it was a currency, you had the most currency.
Oh wow. I was rich boy. I was Richie Rich. Oh man,
exactly.
That's great.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just one of those ones that's so firmly like quotable, and like it's got all these I don't know, like in the know kind of knowledge things in it. That it's a lot of fun. Little references and quirks and jokes and things.
Yeah, there's some like fantastic little ideas and stuff. Like a lot of stuff in the books, even in the weird kind of darker later books.
Oh yeah.
Like, I still think about, like, there's this thing about, he knows what planet he'll die on, so if he avoids that planet, he's fine.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, and someone who keeps getting reincarnated and killed by Alpha Dent.
Oh my god.
And, understands that's what's happening. I think that's, those are such cool ideas, and then to explore them as, a fun comedy, like a really brainy little comedy is really cool.
It's happening again. He's still there?
Yeah.
Okay. My computer
right.
just nearly exploded.
Oh wow.
Oh fuck. That was really scary.
Sci-fi.
Yeah, no. It's what was I saying? Yeah, no, it's the later books definitely do get really weird and dark. I want to say the third book, my favorite part of that was the thing about flying. Someone learns how to fly. And it's told you how to do it, and it says you throw yourself very hard at the ground and miss, which is just so Douglas Adams and so good.
Yes,
yeah, he's full of these little clever maxims and things, and the guide itself is just so witty and interesting, and he plays with a lot of fun sci-fi ideas throughout the series. So yes, But yeah,
I will say quickly, yes, there is a Pink Floyd song called Learning to Fly.
Oh, yeah.
Please don't tell us. Please don't write to us.
I want to see the comments.
Leave me and my family alone.
Please stop nailing copies of Pink Floyd albums to Gareth's front door, okay?
Oh, it's alarming. I didn't know albums could bleed.
Oh, only Pink Floyd albums can.
Yeah. You heard it
Yes.
here first.
Yeah, no, so this movie was very divisive when it was announced and also like throughout because it's a American production.
Yeah.
Yeah, with like a mostly like there are British actors, quite a few British actors in it. But there's quite a few American actors in it as well. And it's Hitchhiker's Guide is such a like firmly British thing. Like came from the BBC and all that. And so yeah, people were a bit sketchy on it, and even after it came out, people were like, they sort of played with some stuff that like threw true like the big fans out of it. But I still really enjoy this movie. I think it like they did a pretty damn good job, and also
Yeah.
Douglas Adams was like heavily involved in its production. Like he like wrote the screenplay for it, and like well he co-wrote the screenplay for it, and like was heavily involved in it. He's in it, and
Yeah.
and yeah. Unfortunately, he died like shortly before the release of the movie, so we never got to see the final cut, which is really really sad. But I reckon he would have really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I read a statement from one of the producers that was like, essentially said, all the bits you fans don't like, they came from Douglas Adams, so what are you going to do?
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say, like, the fact it's so British and it's sci-fi, and it's like big themes, big sci-fi themes tucked into this very British shell, is very Pink Floyd as well. Like,
Absolutely.
I think
yeah.
we're almost going to get, like, I've looked at the stats of the show.
Okay.
We get a lot of one-time listeners.
Oh no.
who I think are like, oh, cool, a podcast about Pink Floyd. Let's listen to that on this drive.
Yeah.
And then realize, like, we're a couple of doofuses.
It could well be that they're just like checking out like movies that they know. They're like, oh,
sure, yeah.
I've seen this film, but I haven't seen these other films. Like that's the canon I choose to believe,
Okay,
rather
yeah.
than them like turning on the podcast for 5 minutes and being like, oh god.
It could be both as well. They're listening to movies they know and still going, oh god.
Yeah. Well.
But, like, I think we're skating into that dangerous territory that we might, like, I think there's two very similar fan groups of, like, cool boomers who love Pink Floyd and love Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and I think may end up annoying a lot of them, so please
man.
know our hearts are in the right place. Please leave my family out of this.
Okay. This is a proviso for the podcast. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The cool boomers and deep fakers are our audience. Mainly this episode. So I'm looking forward to delighting or disappointing you, as the case may be.
Yeah.
But let's dive in, Gareth, to the film and how it's how it's synced up with the old album, eh?
I will also say, Douglas Adams, huge Pink Floyd fan and friend of the band.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
So he jammed with them on his 42nd birthday. So I've got a little list. He hid audio cues of the music in the radio show.
Oh, nice.
He named the Division Bell album in 1995.
What?
Before.
He named that album?
Yeah, they were out for dinner, and I think he might have chosen it from a list or something that they had.
Oh, okay, cool. That's a sick name. I think that's like a really sci-fi cool name for an album. Absolutely. So, nice.
So, like, I feel like going into this, if any film is going to sync to the musical oeuvre of Pink Floyd, it should be this film, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, if not just for those facts, and also in terms of like crossover of genre, and that like both are kind of like big space operas in a way. Like, yeah. I feel that way. I think it should be good. We'll see.
Yeah.
Let's get to
So
it.
yeah, we're going in knowing like our hearts are saying it should sync, but what do the facts say? Let's get into it.
Yes. As scientists, we must set our emotions aside.
Yeah.
Adjusts my lab coat. Okay. So we get in the dolphin imagery over "Speak to Me and Breathe" at the start of the film. You know, the dolphins are the second most intelligent species on the planet, according to the guide. Yeah, I think this is really serene, this intro. There's like a whole song and dance like situation that happens with the dolphins are singing about leaving the planet. Yeah. But I'm just getting like dolphins swimming around in slow-mo to some breathe. Very soothing.
It's very, like, I don't know what the name of that art movement is, but it's like when you have a low-res gif of a dolphin and like
Vaporwave?
slow, gentle music. Yeah, vaporwave. Right?
Yeah, strong
Yeah,
vaporwave tones at the start of this movie.
Yeah, it's Pink Floyd inventing vaporwave.
Wow, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing like flips and slow-mo and stuff. And also like the intro of the like all the cast members flashing up on screen. Or the names of the cast and the opening titles. Yeah, I just want to note that the cast of this film is stacked. It's as stacked as Magic Mike is stacked. It's like there are so many big names involved. Like some that we've seen before, and like I'm thrilled, thrilled to bits to be enjoying all these. It's like I think this movie is a big like character actor performance. Like the whole thing serves to give character actors a really good space to have fun.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't get why people are like, it's so American when like a huge chunk, especially pretty much entire like voice cast is great British like comedy people and actors.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I think there were just a couple of like divisive choices for certain characters. We'll get to them when they come up.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, the dolphins are all flying off in front of a big moon right at the end of Breathe here. And we see the sun rising over the English countryside as On the Run starts up over like Arthur Dent's introduction.
We do miss Pink Floyd say balanced on the biggest wave, but it's long after we've shown the waves. It's showing land.
Yeah.
So it's like just off.
That's a shame. Oh well.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're getting him. He's just. They're gonna bulldoze his house, and so everything's shaking up. Matching On the Run fairly well. Like very like. I'm being shaken up by the music, and so is Arthur. He lays down in front of the bulldozer, and I really love the joke here. This is in the books and stuff as well. The plans for the demolition of his house have been on display at like the council for a year, and then this coming back with the destruction of the earth later is just so. It's just pitch perfect writing there.
Yeah,
really, really good. Yeah, and then we've got Mos Def as Ford Prefect coming in. Now, he was a really divisive choice here, like because he's like super American. I think he does like a really, really good job.
Absolutely.
It's just I guess there are like big fans of the TV series that was put out where Ford was played by someone they played him quite differently, and then like I don't know, it's just he just has fun with it in a different kind of way. But I think he really nails Ford, personally.
Absolutely, I completely agree. And it's interesting because like Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd were, back when they were trying to make this in the 80s, were on the list.
Oh, really?
And then to go with Mos Def, who's like worlds away, like a musician more than anything.
Yeah, he wasn't really doing the acting thing very much. Like he'd done, what is it, that Please Rewind, something like that. Movie, the like
I think that came
VHS
after.
tape movie, which was pretty good, but like I don't think he had many roles before this one.
I think he nails it. Like it's a weird character to play because you can't play it too big or you like step on Zaphod's toes.
Yeah, exactly. He plays it pretty straight, which is works quite well. He's just he's in control kind of a crazy situation, but he just like he doesn't go too crazy alien on it, which I think really works.
Mos Def, you get our stamp of approval. Yeah,
most definitely a good performance by you.
Nice. How about though Martin Freeman? How do you feel about Martin Freeman?
He's sort of just doing his Martin Freeman-y thing. Like Arthur Dent himself is like matches Martin Freeman's like temperament fairly well in this initial story, right? So like they're both nervous guys that don't really know what's going on. So I guess it kind of works, but it is sort of just Martin Freeman doing the thing he always does. You know? I don't know.
I think Martin Freeman's had his like likability somewhere in between him getting announced for The Hobbit and the final Hobbit film coming out. People stopped liking Martin Freeman, and I'm pretty sure, ignore the police in the background while I'm talking.
Oh no, they've come for you, Gareth.
It's because I spoke ill of It's because I spoke ill of The Hobbit.
Yeah.
In New Zealand. But yeah, I think the thing that drove them away between him getting announced for The Hobbit and the last Hobbit film were the Hobbit films.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone took a hit from those Hobbit films.
Yeah.
Not very good. I'm going to say that. I know that's probably not that spicy of a take, but yeah, not a huge fan. They didn't work so well. But oh well.
Cinemas are reopening in New Zealand, and
Yes.
they're playing the Hobbit films, which is the most New Zealand thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Why not give these a try?
I went to the cinema last night for the first time in, like, this entire year.
Whoa.
So, yeah, that's pretty good.
I went to the cinema last night as well. What did you see?
I saw Parasite for the first time, which is...
Oh, I love Parasite.
It was an incredible watch. I loved it.
Yeah.
This is completely unrelated to what we're talking about. What did you see?
I saw The Lighthouse, and oh boy.
Another fairly heavy film, from what I understand. Oh, good.
Both great films.
Yeah,
Parasite I've seen twice already this year.
Oh,
in
wow.
cinemas.
Yeah, no, first time for me. Loved it. Check it out, listeners.
It's so good. Yeah. We're the last people in the world to tell you to see Parasite.
Yeah,
Parasite
absolutely.
rules.
Yeah, I'm telling like a very select few, but I don't know. Maybe like the niche audience of our podcast hasn't seen it yet. I don't know.
That's true. I feel like cool boomers haven't seen it yet. Deepfakers definitely have.
Deepfakers have, absolutely. They've been making the deepfakes for weeks, for months and months in quarantine. The cool boomers, now's your chance. Go out and see it while you can. It's still at the cinemas, I think. All right, let's get back to this film. Ford's buying some pints for everybody. He says, "Time is an illusion, lunchtime doubly so," which is another great line, just like ripped straight from the book. Annoyingly, just before time starts, he says this. It's a shame. Also, the clocks go off at the start of time just after this, and they don't align really with anything other than like him coming back from a flashback of Ford trying to shake hands with a car. Because
car that almost hits him is out to kill him. That car does not do any slowing down, despite the fact it's a calm road and there's a man standing in the middle.
Yeah, it's just like a Mini just flying at him at like 1,000 miles an hour or something. Pretty intense.
But the
stuff.
scene does give us my favorite piece of IMDb trivia I've ever read.
Oh, cool. Okay. Lay it on me.
2 out of 47 people found this interesting.
Wow.
I'll read it verbatim. Ford Prefect says that when he first arrived on Earth, he tried to shake hands with a car, thinking that automobiles were the dominant life form on Earth. Interestingly, the Disney/Pixar Cars 2006 film franchise takes place in a world entirely populated by anthropomorphic vehicles.
Hold on. Is that interesting?
2 out of 47 people thought so.
I don't think that's trivia.
That's right at the bottom of the
okay.
IMDb.
Oh, it's a shame. Can we get that up there a bit higher? Can we get some...
Yeah, I'm going to start an account just to vote for that.
Oh, no.
Because it's not wrong.
It's true. It is technically trivia, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That's incredible stuff. Thanks for sharing that. Woo. Yes, okay. Then we get another quick flashback to... Arthur meeting Trisha McMillan, as played by Zooey Deschanel here.
Yeah.
Another controversial choice. I think more so than Mos Def in the role of Ford Prefect. Because, again, Zooey Deschanel is sort of just doing her own thing in this movie. Just playing the sort of, like, pixie dream girl kind of thing that she does, you know?
Yeah. Which isn't her fault. I think the script... We'll get into it. There's a romantic side to the script that I do not appreciate.
Yeah, she sort of gets set up to fail in her role. She doesn't have that much to do, which is kind of a shame. She does have kind of an arc, but I don't know. It sucks for her. But anyway.
But she does a great job, I think.
Yeah. So
great person.
Oh yeah, I'm a fan. Good at playing the harmonica, I think, from memory.
Oh, amazing musician.
Yeah, she's in like a whole bunch of bands and stuff as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't finish New Girl that she was in, but she was good in that what I've seen in that.
Yeah. New Girl sort of falls off, but has the greatest second season, I'm going to say, of any American sitcom.
I think they like bounce back from being like, they sort of run out of ideas in the first one and they suddenly like get really good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so they're at a party together where it's like a Halloween, I guess, but they're all dressed like Arthur's dressed as Livingston, and she's dressed as oh god, I've forgotten. Darwin.
Charles Darwin.
Charles Darwin. And everyone thinks that she's Santa. But they hit it off
Yeah.
at the party anyway. Until he doesn't want to go to Madagascar with her. She's impulsive and he's not, is what it comes down to, really. And then our boy Sam Rockwell rocks up. As
Sam
Zaphod
rocks up.
Beeblebrox, President of the Galaxy. We don't know that yet, but here he is. Stoked to see him.
Yeah. He takes home all the Oscars from this film. He does so well.
Yeah, he nails this. Like, he's like full on like idiot president. He gets some really, really funny like political lines coming up.
Oh yeah.
He does a really
I
good
didn't
job.
realize when I first saw it that he's like, it's so obvious that he's George W. Bush.
Yeah, totally.
Like, exactly the same voice.
He's
Just because the fact he's like a rock star changes it.
He's doing an accent that matches it perfectly. Yeah, it's like rock star Bush is what he's going for. I think.
Yeah.
Pretty great.
What George Bush saw in the mirror.
Oh wow, I like that. George Bush ego.
Yeah.
Ooh. That's really smart, I think. Like, it's a really cool way to take that character and like translates quite well to screen, I thought. Anyway, he gets rid of Arthur and they go away together and he's like, I missed my shot, you know.
Yeah. He's too dull. He's like too dull to go to Madagascar while Pink Floyd sing "Moments That Make Up a Dull Day."
Ooh.
You could say that he missed the starting gun.
He sure bloody did.
The next lyric.
Oh, he missed it. Missed his shot. But we'll see what happens. Keep listening to find out. So I just really enjoy the barman here asking if they should lie down and put paper bags over their heads. If that'll make the end of the world better. Which is just such a cheesy and fun joke. Then,
how did you feel about there's an amazing extra who just stares at them the whole time they're having this conversation?
Yeah, she's like very intense in the background. I feel like she's another like British actor that I recognize from something. I want to say like she's played someone in Black Books or something like that.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. She's familiar in some regards. I'll look it up later and kick myself, I think. But yeah, she has no lines or anything. She's just like creepily staring at the pub.
So intently, like,
good energy from her.
I generally thought she was going to come back. She's an alien or something, but no.
No. I think she comes back when they rebuild the Earth at the end. I think there's a shot of her at the bar again.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, they all lie on the floor and put paper bags on their heads, which is pretty funny. Arthur returns to his house and they're like gonna destroy it. The construction workers have all like started work and destroyed everything, but they all start running away from a shadow that's coming from behind Arthur, which is just a really nice shot from above here, like a crane shot of like them all noticing something as he walks towards, and they all run away. Very nice.
And it's good that he's so distracted by the house, and then Ford's just trying to find a towel.
Yeah. In classic Ford style, he just grabs a towel and then notices the Vogon ship. The Vogons, we see Jeltz here, the like head of the Vogons. And he's voiced by Richard Griffiths, the like Vernon Dursley from Harry Potter.
Yeah, our boy.
Yeah, our friend. He's fantastic in this role.
Yeah.
Like, born to play a Vogon. I want to say, very curmudgeonly and great. Just good delivery too. This is when we get the like plans being on display coming back. They've been on display in Alpha Centauri, the nearest like major star, for 50 years. Like, pretty great.
I love that it's 50 years as well.
Yeah, for ages. And then we get like maybe my favorite shot of the film, which is the like pullback shot when they're trying to hitch a ride, and it goes from all the way from a human perspective all the way out into space, and you see all the ships dotted across the surface of the planet. Like, spaced apart, and then all the way out to see the whole Earth, and then it blows up with very little fanfare.
Yeah.
Not like a
Just a
huge
lovely
explosion or anything. It's just like it's gone.
They do like a really cool edit as well, where every zoom is set to like a orchestral sting.
Yes, it's like the hits of the orchestra align perfectly, and
The only thing is that doesn't work to Pink Floyd, and I thought like, oh man, my connection's going wrong, my computer's messing up.
Yeah.
It's just going like, do.
It's a shame. Yeah,
Yeah.
It doesn't match our soundtrack, but like a great part of the regular film. And then
And I think Pink Floyd say "far away" at some point while it's zooming out.
oh yeah, that works.
I've written that note, but I do not remember.
Maybe. Yeah, I think it's good that they blow up the Earth with like there's not like a huge cinematic explosion or anything. I think that matches the tone of the film quite well as well.
Yeah, for sure, the Vogan world as well.
Yeah, they're just destroying it to make room for a bypass, much like Arthur's house.
Yeah,
Like it's just regular.
gotta build bypasses.
Yeah, you gotta build them. Yeah, and then we get this is the intro to the TV show that plays over here, except with the new guide. You like zoom in onto the side of the book, and then down the spine of it as Journey of the Sorcerer by the Eagles plays over this, which is the only Eagles song that I like.
What about One of These Nights?
Nah. Well, don't know, man. Like, I just have never really got into them. I think this is another holdover from, like, my dad's taste. He's always hated the Eagles, and so I didn't really grow up with them, and, like, everything else that I've heard of them, I'm just like, I don't know. But, yeah, Journey of the Sorcerer is a banger.
Yeah, but do you remember when because I moved up to Auckland, and then I came back for a weekend, and I was real into the Eagles.
Yes, I remember this. You like
I picked you up, and I was listening to the greatest hits.
Yeah, it's like the only CD that you had in your car at the time was just the greatest hits of the Eagles.
I was borrowing my dad's car, and I found that CD, and I was like, oh yeah.
I think I kept that buried at the time because you were giving me a ride somewhere.
Yeah.
Tactical play.
Yeah, don't look a gift eagle in the mouth.
Yeah, it's absolutely not. That's a rule. But yeah, this matches perfectly the TV show's intro with the BBC TV show that they made. I want to say like, oh god, maybe early 80s? Possibly even earlier than that.
I think so, yeah.
But yeah.
This is all what a weaker show would have looked up, but not us.
We're flying by the seat of our pants here.
Yeah.
We gotta crank out this content. Yeah, I just think so we get to the first like intro of the guide from the guide itself as narrated by Stephen Fry.
Yeah.
Perfect choice to play
Yeah.
the Hitchhiker's Guide voice, I think. It's just like the most British man. Yeah, really, really good. Also, I think that the graphic design that they use is really, really slick. Like,
yes.
Although it's very, very colourful and friendly and very like fun little animations play over top, like the description of what's happening. Really, really good visually. It makes the guide segments actually fun to watch, where they could have been like quite bad. We were just like watching people stand around waiting for dialogue to finish. You know?
Yeah, exposition-y kind of thing.
Yeah, I think it works quite well generally. Also, we see the like big "Don't Panic" printed on the back cover in this instance. I think it's the front cover on the original, but I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, that sounds right. But I mean, they could read books the reverse way in space.
Yeah, Japanese style.
Yeah.
Don't know.
The studio that does the animations is called, I should have looked it up, Shinoa.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And they also did the music video for Queens of the Stone Age, No One Knows, I think.
Ooh,
no, that's the one with the deer. The other one with all the ladies.
Yeah, I know the one. Go with the Flow.
Yes.
Yes.
And they also did the opening credits for Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
All great credits to their name, honestly.
Yeah, right?
Very, very nice.
Their name that I cannot recall.
Shout outs to you, whoever you are behind that. Great work.
Shinola, there we go.
Keep it up.
Yeah. So unfortunately we're missing this great Eagles music and great Stephen Fry
narration
voiceover because we're hearing Pink Floyd playing Great Gig in the Sky.
Yeah. This, like, it doesn't match super well. Very soothing.
No. Yeah.
But anyway.
It's sort of like a tonal shift on the album. Like,
Oh, for sure,
hearing
yeah.
this other voice come in. It kind of pretty much when this movie goes like, we are full sci-fi now.
Yeah. This is the hard right into sci-fi for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Ford starts explaining that sympathetically that the Earth's been blown up to Arthur. He doesn't really get it.
Yeah.
And then, there's, I think 3 little, so we had the intro part from the guide, and then 2 more, in quite quick succession, which is, I just finished saying, these are fun to watch, but, it's, having 3 in a row is kind of tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we get the description of Vogons here from the guide as well. So, they're not evil, they're, bureaucratic, callous, they're just mean, really.
Yeah.
And yeah, they wouldn't, save their own mother, etc. Very funny.
Yeah.
And then also the Babelfish here, which
yeah.
money starts up over while this is going on. Yeah. Babelfish,
Yeah.
quite a, fun, clever idea to just get
Absolutely.
around not knowing alien languages. Just it lets you understand. It translates to your brain. Yeah.
And it's just cool that it's a fish, not like a device or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes it more zany and fun rather than it's like a little alien being rather than just a device or something that they use. Which
Yeah.
I think that's a good choice. Again,
For
a
sure.
holdover from the original. So
Yeah. I think it's been in every version of it.
yeah.
How much do you love how the Vogons look? I think they look so cool.
Oh my god, the design of them is perfect.
Yeah.
they are. That's the best Vogons have looked, I think, if you ask me. They're got their
Yeah,
noses
whoa.
up in the center of their forehead, and beady little goat eyes
Yeah.
that they've got.
They do look quite a lot like the illustrations for Pink Floyd's The Wall.
Oh wow, yeah, actually, they
Yeah.
kind of do. Yeah, they're very gross and bulbous as well, which is
Yeah.
used to great effect later because they just sort of lumber around. Because I think they're all puppets with people inside.
Yeah, and some robotics underneath their face to get it going.
Yeah, to control that stuff. But they're
Yeah.
just so realistic and well realized in this space, and also all
Yeah.
of their architecture, just all the design around them is really, really well done as well. It's super believable that these guys, you get a really good vibe and sense from them from this movie, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because it's sort of a bit of a... Because they go to that planet, which was, I think, controversial because it wasn't in the books or radio show.
Vogsphere.
But,
Yeah.
the world of their planet, the fact you get hit in the face by, some sort of, weird fish shovel,
Yeah.
for if you have an original thought, is so good.
It's just, that's just the kind of thing that's so clever. That's got it, that's one of those things that has to have come from Douglas Adams himself, I reckon.
Yeah.
And, it's just, just such a smart idea that works for this film. I don't think they, I'm trying to think if they've actually added anything that I didn't like. And I can't really put it together. I can't,
Oh, yeah.
I haven't noticed anything that I haven't liked. I really enjoyed this film overall.
Yeah.
I think there are definitely problems with it, but I don't think it's any much to do with the story or stuff being added.
There's one big thing I don't like that they've added.
Oh, okay.
Should we get to it now?
Yeah, go for it. I don't mind.
Okay, well... Oh, no, we'll... Do you have any syncs until they hitchhike off the Vogon spaceship?
Not really. I think... No, not really. I think it's just, just some fun sequences, the stuff with the, there's the poetry reading thing.
Yeah,
and then,
that's good.
Yeah, very fun. And then the shot with the earlock, which is just a great shot that I wanted to cover, honestly. Because it's just, I think most of this was, improvised. It's sort of just Mos Def and Martin Freeman playing off each other.
Yeah.
And they're trying to work out how to escape. It's a long shot lingering in this airlock, and then they fall out of the bottom is the joke, rather than through the big door that you've been looking at the whole time.
Oh, I didn't even click to that. That is actually so good.
It's so smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing lights up very ominously, and they look right at it and then fall through the floor. So
Yeah.
so funny. But yeah, beyond that, I don't think I really have much going on. What's the bit you want to get to?
Okay. So then they get rescued by... We'll ease into it. Everyone knows I put a pin in it. Everyone look at that pin. It's coming closer.
Okay.
That's a figure of speech, right?
Yeah, we're
So they
approaching
fall
a
out.
large pin.
Oh, yes. They fall out, and then, like, a bunch of random objects come flashing at them. Turns into the Heart of Gold. Heart of Gold?
Yes, the Heart of Gold
Ooh.
spaceship.
Yeah. Unless the podcast would have known it offhand, but we're...
No, you nailed it. It's fine. It's all good.
And they get picked up by that beautiful spaceship.
Oh, yeah. And another really quick thing. The Heart of Gold looks fantastic in this movie.
Yeah.
Even
This whole movie looks amazing. I think every bit of production design is so cool.
Yeah. And I totally agree. I think they nailed it.
We're going to get to my favorite character design very, very soon.
Oh,
but, like,
yes. He's coming up.
Yeah, I'm glad you know who we mean.
Oh, I can guess, yeah.
Yeah. It's a beautiful, beautiful... Like, people hating on it should have just kind of enjoyed it as, like, fun illustrations for the book they like.
Yeah. It's just, it's sort of like a fun romp. If you know the story well, like, you're following along fairly well, it's like, there aren't that many twists and turns from what you already know.
Yeah.
And, like, it's just visually really, really good. Like, really, like, they nail the design of everything. And just to see, like, the Vogons and, the Heart of Gold and everything realized deep thought later, also.
Yeah.
Really, really well done. All this stuff, like, seeing it in huge cinematic glory, is really nice. Yeah, very gratifying. Anyway. Yes, so we're on the ship.
I love that we're saying all these good things because we're getting to the part I don't like.
Oh, I'm
It's
waiting.
Like
I'm ready.
Oh, it's like a compliment sandwich with like an entire loaf of bread on the outside.
That's so weird when the bread's meant to be the good bit in this metaphor. Oh my gosh.
I don't know. You know I love bread.
Yeah, but are you eating a sandwich for the bread? Surely you're eating for the filling. Like, a sandwich is just a method to get to the filling. You're not gonna get like a spoonful of peanut butter, Well, you could, but
that's
like,
a good point.
It's just a vehicle for the inner part.
Yeah. And that weird kind of rule we all have that you're only allowed to eat a carb with your hands. Like, you can hold the sandwich because it's bread.
Yeah.
And then anything inside you're not allowed to touch.
Yeah.
But that's a different podcast.
Okay.
That's sandwich.
This is our sandwich cast for later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's bread buddies.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's quite cute and fun. All right.
Oh.
All right, let's get to this bad bit.
It's the real toast of the town. So then they're picked up by the spaceship.
Mm-hmm.
We re-meet Zaphod and Trillian.
Yeah, they're here together.
And instead of being like, oh my god, this is amazing, I haven't died in the void of space. There's another human still alive.
Yeah.
That guy I met was an alien. Like, oh my god, my planet's blown up. All these things that could go through his head. Arthur Dent
Yeah.
is just like a real incel about the fact that she's dating Zaphod now.
Yeah, he sucks.
He sucks, right?
He gets all like creepy and grumpy about the whole thing. This is like a recurring thing throughout the rest of the movie. Absolutely, it sucks. Yeah, he's just he's feeling like that Zaphod's gotten in the way. He's missed his chance. He's blaming Zaphod for everything, but also kind of blaming like Trisha. Like it's not good on Arthur's behalf.
No,
it paints him in a really bad light for sure.
Yeah,
yeah.
And I suppose it's kind of hard because I guess like in the other ones he's sort of like kind of hapless protagonist. Like he's just kind of going through the stuff.
He's just falling
like,
through all these things. Like Trillian takes to it quite well. She's also like there is like a minor love story in the first book, I want to say, between the two of them, but I don't think it works out as far as I know. But it's not handled the greatest in this movie. The romance plot sort of shoehorned in around all the fun stuff. Yeah, I would agree that is a Debbie Downer, as it were.
It's really like similar to how kids think about romance.
Yeah.
Like, it's this boring part that has to happen in the story I like.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's a shame. It just isn't executed well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it like brings down the characters for sure.
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah. There is I want to go back to good stuff.
Oh, go
because
for it.
Zaphod delivers the line, "If there's something more important on this ship than my ego, I want it caught and shot right now,"
Yeah.
which is very good. And his
So
like
good. And he
strange
does
like
it like with a
Texan
bit of a
drawl.
wink.
What was that?
Yeah.
Sorry.
He kind of does it with a wink as well. Like,
Yeah.
he knows it's a bit fun to say.
Yeah, he's just having a grand old time in this movie.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And then we get to see, like, a lot of cool Zaphod things about him, like his second head.
yes, we've skipped over your favorite character. I just want to say he gets
I did my boy wrong.
You did him dirty. He gets introduced to pick them up and bring them to the bridge before all this happens. It's our boy Marvin, the robot.
Yeah.
It's played by Alan Rickman doing the voice. Also Warwick Davis inside the Marvin suit controlling it.
2 Hogwarts professors.
Yeah, teaming up.
Yeah, finally.
Finally. Oh,
He looks beautiful. I remember, like, seeing pictures of him before I saw the movie and
Yes.
thinking he was going to be really small.
yeah. He uses
the
a
fact
lot
he's
of
like-
the. He was used a lot in the marketing for the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They knew they were onto a winner with him.
Yeah. He looks super sad, which is perfect,
Yeah.
and also is just like also very like futury and matches the Heart of Gold design really well as well.
Yeah.
with by being like a big round head, like friend. Oh, I love him.
Was he designed to be part of... Did he come with the ship? Is that his story?
I don't think so, but he just like matches the design on the board this ship. So
Yeah.
like I don't think it matters like in canon or anything, but yeah.
No.
Yeah, he like goes to collect them and bring them to the bridge over Us and Them, which I feel like is Marvin's song.
Yeah.
Like one of the saddest points on the album. And
Yeah.
and like it's just feeling a little depressed.
Mm.
Oh. Also the line good manners don't cost nothing, the little like ad-libby bit in Us and Them plays over him collecting them, which is nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the kind of thing he'd mutter and then not actually do any thing to help his manners.
Yeah, not doing anything about it. Oh, very good.
Yeah.
He gets some like really fun lines throughout the movie. I don't think I've written many of them down, but they're just
No,
like
never.
little like comic relief kind of things of him like being really upset about everything that's happening.
Yeah.
He's a delight.
I've closed our like chat window and I'm just looking at a photo of him now.
Oh, so no more notes from Gareth. It's just gonna be him waxing lyrical about our boy Marvin,
Yeah.
and I'm for one. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, you'll be giving notes and I'll be like, and his head's really shiny and his eyes are green.
His eyes are green.
They are, aren't they?
Yeah. He's a great wee design. Love him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we get he's the president of the galaxy, old mate Zaphod. We get that reveal, and then
Yeah.
like he is brothers with Ford. They keep calling him Ix, which I think is like one of his middle names or something. Ford's middle name.
Yeah. It's one of his other names in the book.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to follow it being in the movie if you don't know
Yeah,
that,
for
I
sure.
guess. But it's just I don't know. It's whatever. It comes up a lot later as well, like when they're down on that like bar planet with Hamakavula, etc. Like everyone calls him Ix there as well. But yeah, here's where we see Zaphod's extra head and his arm.
Yeah.
I think this is done really well. In the show, in the TV adaptation, there's like a really gross looking prosthetic head on Zaphod.
Yeah, I've seen photos of
Oh,
those.
it's really not good. It does not hold up well. I think
Apparently it went wrong a lot as well, and that's why it's like tends to just be asleep, is because they couldn't get the mechanics to work.
yeah, it does like blink and stuff. It's very Krull like era with the blinking eye of the Cyclops. It reminds me a lot of that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a reference that you will only get if you've seen the incredibly unpopular movie Krull.
Oh.
What a delight, though.
We've actually, we're on episode 12 of this, and we
Yep.
have barely talked about Krull, our like mutual obsession.
It's true. If this podcast wasn't going to be about Pink Floyd and watching movies with it, it would have been about just like weekly episodes of us talking about Krull.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Like a version of the Worst Idea of All Time podcast where they watch the same movie over and over again, except we just love it because it's Krull.
That's right. It's called The Best Idea of All Time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man.
It gets ended by a lawsuit.
Krull will be a future episode of this podcast. That's a podcast promise.
Yeah. Well, we've also promised we're going to cover every single movie. So.
That's true. So,
Yeah.
effectively, in the premise of the show, we have promised. But I want to say sooner rather than later.
Ooh.
Anyway. Yes, I think that Zaphod's design with, like, how they do the head and arm is probably the best it's been done. Like, his head being hidden underneath his other head means it doesn't have to be animated in all the time, and is also kind of less creepy than having the extra head. Which would have... They get to have a fun gag with it anyway, when he, like, freaks him out. Well, freaks out Arthur, rather. And yeah, he sort of just hides his arm in his scarf all the time so that it could be acted easier by the actor. But yeah, I think that works quite well. Also, Zaphod's like outfit is stunning. He's wearing like these like black and gold presidential like jacket and robes. He looks great.
Yeah, cowboy boots that he got off Earth, and that's why he misses Earth.
Yeah, he just misses the place where he got the boots. Oh. What a guy. Doesn't care about anyone else.
Yeah.
Also, we get the, like, Pangalactic Gargle Blaster, which is the, like, best drink in the universe being made here. We're, like, right on... It hits the guys. Like, it's being described by Stephen Fry in the background. And, like, it hits them at once because it's, like, being hit by a gold brick. Is the description. Right as brain damage begins.
Oh, dang.
Like, dead on, which is perfect.
Yeah.
Like, the opening chords. And like, oh, nice.
Yeah.
Zaphod says that you can't be president with a whole brain, which is why he cut up his brain and has two heads now.
Yeah.
Which is really just a funny idea.
Yeah.
Bit of colour commentary there. Ooh.
Take that. Society.
Yeah. What do you think about it? Let us know.
What society? Oh, society. If you're listening,
yeah.
Send us a tweet.
I doubt it.
Yeah, society's got other podcasts to listen to.
Yeah, they're busy with other things, less trivial things.
Society listened to one episode.
Yeah,
one of our one listens.
Yes. Let us know, society. Yeah. So then we're like exploring the spaceship, and Trillion's telling Arthur to like calm down, basically, and stop being a crazy jerk. And showing him like all the cool space stuff. There's a knife that toasts bread as you slice it.
And that cuts through the toast exactly to a little instrumental bit of brain damage.
Yeah, it does. It's really nice.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a little lightsaber as well, which is quite funny. Because you think it's going to be some horrific weapon or something. Also, there's a machine that detects what you're craving and then like instantly makes it for you.
There's a tiny plot hole in that he couldn't get a cup of tea from the machine, but there's a machine that wills anything into existence.
That's true. Presumably it wouldn't get it perfectly right as well. Like, I assume that this machine is sort of flawed and that everything on the Heart of Gold is, like, minorly flawed in some way. It's like, it's got the over-the-top sunny disposition computer Eddie. And, like, all the doors sigh as you go through them. Or, like, just little jokes and stuff throughout. In the books, it's like way more overtly annoying, the computer. With how happy and great everything is all the time. Him and Marvin have some really good back and forth.
Nice.
But yeah,
I guess that would have been too much of a mission to... well, it would have been a bit weird just watching Marvin talk to the walls.
Just, like a no mouth movements, just like a man, like a robot standing in a room for ages. Oh my gosh.
Is this just a still shot? What's going on here?
I don't know. The subtitles are broken, I guess. I think you're right in that like this would make a tea, but no doubt Arthur would be dissatisfied with this.
Yeah, he seems like that kind of dude.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that they made him, that he's such a like grouchy kind of, dare I say, unlikable character.
Yeah.
Because it kind of, you don't get as much of Marvin's amazing grumpiness.
Yeah, I would agree. He's like arguably like even worse than Marvin. Marvin's just sad. Like he gets all like he's like all antsy and angry and stuff later. It's I don't know.
Yeah.
He's in a nightmare situation, I guess. He doesn't like understand anything happening around him, but it's like
True.
it just doesn't land. I don't know. We see there are little mice stowed away on the ship. This is important for later. Yeah, we get the little animatic movie within the movie thing about deep thought here. The answer to this is like what people think of when they think of Hitchhiker's Guide, I would say. The answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything thing. It takes 7 million years for that to be calculated, and Eclipse plays dramatically over the reveal that the answer is 42. Yeah.
But 42 is interesting. I guess people have a great obsession with numbers, and numbers being like the funny number. So like 42 is like the nerd's 69.
I would agree.
Yeah.
That's on record. Oh my god, I love that. 42 is the nerd's 69. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. That should just be the description of this podcast this week. Wow.
Oh no. Alright.
Yeah, it's like the anticlimax of the movie in that like it's it's supposed to be the answer to the ultimate question, but they don't know what the question is, so they can't understand what that means. And yeah.
It's some ultimate sync Floydian stuff that unfortunately doesn't count as a sync, is that the scene is taking place 42 minutes into the film.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, right?
That has to be intentional. Like, it's part of the, like, final cut process.
Absolutely.
That's brilliant. Is it, like, dead on 42 minutes? Because that would be...
I don't think so. I think it's, like... I would love it if the phrase 42 was popping up exactly then, but I think it's just in the vicinity.
That would have been really great. Oh, well.
Yeah. But it gives us hope, you know? Like, if they're going to change the structure of their film that much to get that line happening at 42.
Yeah, true.
Like, maybe they are chucking on Dark Side of the Moon and syncing up the entire film to it.
They're thinking about it.
Somewhere in Hollywood. Yeah.
Douglas would have been playing it in the background, considering, like, he's such a big fan of the band, right? He would have been involved. One can only
So you
hope.
reckon at least at one point writing the script, Dark Side of the Moon is playing?
Yeah, I would say so. I'd say there's a good chance. For sure. I'm not going to guarantee it, but I've no way of knowing. I wish I did.
Yeah, that's true.
I'd need a big computer to tell me that. So they end the first playthrough of the album over like Deep Thought's plan that they're going to build another computer to calculate the ultimate question because they can't work it out themselves. It's going to take 10 million years.
Yeah.
And then it cuts off before you find out what it's going to be called, this big computer. And then we're like, the album's starting back up, and there's like a description of how the improbability drive works on the ship, which is like a fun, this is another really fun part of the series in that like, rather than like going through wormholes or like anything like that, he's invented this like really silly, like a humorous way to travel through space, which is just so clever. Like it's like using things being improbable to like warp to somewhere else in the universe is just such a smart sci-fi idea. Yeah.
Just pretty much by admitting like this doesn't really work.
No, yeah, of course not. It's like it makes no sense, but like it's just a lot of fun. Like it's justified in the universe quite well through this explanation where like it's based on like another theory that scientists invented and was eventually used at parties to like remove the host's like undergarments.
Yeah.
Like mid-party just for a bit of fun and breaking the ice, I think. Oh, so silly.
Yeah. Very weird gag, but then the fact everyone starts boogieing, I'm like, alright.
Alright, I'm back on board.
Yeah.
You got me back with the boogieing. It's the only way. Yes, okay.
So they use it, they launch, they go improbable, they all turn into wool, right?
Yes, for the first one, they turn into, yarn or wool. The ship itself turns into a big ball of yarn with two needles poking through it, which is hilarious. I think, that the improbability drive is also the best it's ever been in this film. They get to play around with some fun visual styles like this, and later on with like the flowers and stuff coming out of everyone's face. I wish it was used more, honestly.
I remember thinking that when I first saw it when I was like a quirky teen and being like, oh man, I wanted to see more knitting guys or more like weirdo stuff.
Yeah. I guess you're probably right, and that like it might have just been lots of fun sequences, but it would have gotten too cartoony. They've sort of already done that joke, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, again, like even now, I wouldn't have complained. I would have been like, awesome.
Yeah, fair. All right, we're going down to Wildvodel 6 is the name of this planet, and we're arriving over Breathe. Very nice, serene drop into this planet. Yeah, there's like a brief little interlude again from the guide about the like this. I think is the first line in the book. In the beginning of the universe, like in the beginning, the universe was created. This has made a lot of people very angry, and it's been widely regarded as a bad move. Which is just
this is good writing.
Yeah, it's just really funny.
Funny thing.
It sets the scene for like the tone of the book for sure. But yeah, it's good that like they like got this in here. I think it's one of the best quotes. I think. They land on the planet's surface and on the run starting up. There's like this weird sneeze church, Gareth. Here. I'm not fully on board with this. They're like...
Nah.
Yeah, in a time of social distancing, this had me on edge.
Yeah.
Everyone's like waiting for this great... It's like a religion sort of dunk here. Where they're all... there's a big handkerchief that's going to wipe away the world, is the idea.
And they all wait and they all sneeze together.
Yeah. Anyway, Hamakavula is running this church here, played by John Malkovich.
John Malkovich. Wow, it's great to be in this. Oh, that's a terrible John Malkovich. I was doing a good one 2 weeks ago, trust me.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. I couldn't do one possibly. I don't know enough about John Malkovich, really. I know he's great in Con Air.
Oh, he is.
Yeah. Love
Cyrus the Virus?
Yeah. Oh, Cyrus, that's right. Oh, hell yeah. What a guy.
What a guy.
But yeah, he's playing Hamakavula here. Kind of a weird character. Like the rival to Zaphod in the race to becoming president of the galaxy. He's a spooky ass dude. He's got like empty sockets and his eyes are like... His glasses are just like projections of real eyes covering this up. He's also got no legs.
Tiny little robot legs.
Yeah, it's a fun little effect of his like little robot legs carrying him over the table. Not very.
And the surprise because he's sitting at a table and you think, oh, it's just a normal guy. It's John Malkovich with like jerry curls.
Yeah.
And then he takes off his eyes and gets up with his little legs.
Yeah, bit spooky. I really do like the effect of him when he gets to the edge of the table and all the legs like extend really far out so he stays the same height. Just a nice touch. Yeah, anyway, he's roughing up Zaphod and they're like, he wants like a trade. He knows why Zaphod's here, really. And he's going to trade coordinates to get to Magrathea so that they can go see the Heart of Gold and figure out what's going on. But he needs collateral anyway. So he like opens like a weird drawer inside one of his henchmen.
Yeah, he grabs his nose and the guy's actually been a drawer the whole time.
Yeah, it's like a little robot man or something. And he pulls out the coordinate cube. And he takes Zaphod's second head as collateral. So Zaphod's only operating with half a brain for the rest of this movie.
Yeah. Sam Rockwell does a great job with that. Like, a lot of people would probably find that annoying that they have to then like dumb down their character so much, but he's just like, sweet, perfect.
Yeah, he does a good job here. He just becomes like sort of a space cadet and like loses track of what he's doing all the time. Pretty fun. Yeah, so
and then the Vogons show up.
Yeah, the bloody Vogons are here with their like fun little crank operated guns.
Yeah.
They're really, really bad marksmen and like classic. I think this is a call out to Star Wars with the like there being terrible marksmen.
Yeah,
can't shoot for shit. Fun stuff.
They do a little march and then they stop exactly when the vocals kick in on the song, as if they're like dancing to it.
Yeah, they're grooving away. They're marching the beat. Yeah. Oh, big fans of these boys showing up again. They're all in these like
Yeah.
weird like gimp outfits with their like
Yeah.
their like little noses are poking out the top, and you can see their lips as well. Also, their like eyes are just shooting out light here as part of these suits, which is like quite terrifying, honestly. But yeah, they are very silly looking, so it's not so bad.
Yeah. I love them.
Anyway, yeah, Trisha gets kidnapped by these Vogons in like a fairly confusing sequence. She sort of just like they sort of just ditch her.
Yeah.
Here, it's like it's not clear as to how this happens really, but I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, she gets kidnapped and they run off because they don't want to fight with the Vogons and they've got to
Yeah.
escape.
It is worth noting as well. This is like this doesn't. Okay, I'm just going to tell you this fact,
Okay.
and then we're going to have to just deal with it
All right.
emotionally. The escape pod crashes, and the sound it makes is the sound of a plane taking off, sampled from the Pink Floyd track "In the Flesh."
Whoa,
Yeah, right.
that's cool.
That's cool. That's right up our alley, right?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. That's
Yeah.
great.
The only thing is, that's not from Dark Side of the Moon, which is what we're here to talk about.
I know that's not this album, but I am going to allow that as like a tentative sync.
Okay.
It's a Pink Floyd sync.
You think, like, if we
So-
did another season where we revisited all these movies to talk about The Wall, heaven forbid,
Oh my god.
that would be definitely a point for that version of the show.
That's a nightmare vision of the future, Gareth. If we like go a whole year, right,
Yeah.
with like one season is a year, we do 51 movies, and then we just do the season over again, but with one album into the future.
Oh,
Ooh,
brutal.
that's a true test of metal.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if we can commit to that, but that's a potential future before us. Who knows?
I think we'd even stop getting those first-time listeners, because just, they're
mate.
talking about Magic Mike XXL again for the 10th year in a row.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, we'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see what the future
Yeah.
holds. But man, yeah, we're getting the This is where the little sequence where the like paddles come out of the ground and slap them in the face.
Very smart.
Are
Very
these
Douglas
things
Adams.
biological? Like, are they? Is this just part of the planet, or is it just like something mechanical that's like preventing them from having ideas
Whoa.
on Vogsphere? I don't know. It's not explained.
Yeah.
The like the paddles look really really weird
Yeah.
themselves.
I suppose you're getting
But,
into like
yeah.
nature versus nurture. Like, did the Vogons become this way because they were getting hit in the face for having ideas? Or did they hate
Maybe.
ideas so much that they built them and then it was a self-fulfilling prophecy?
Both theories are interesting
Yeah.
to me. Yeah.
Well, let's spend an hour discussing each one. So, the first thing I'd like to point out...
Uh oh. Well, I'm going to cut you off before this can continue and talk about the more like fun Vogon stuff.
Yeah.
There's like a little bus that goes by, which is just like a cube. And
yeah.
the poor Vogan doesn't get let on. I think he yells out, "You're supposed to stop,"
That's right.
which is so silly.
Ah.
And they all hide dramatically from... They're like stealthing up on the building where Trillion's hiding. And this tiny little droid goes past where they're all hiding.
Yeah.
Which is another fun visual gag.
Mm.
Yeah.
Uh,
So this is where Trisha finds out that Earth was destroyed.
yeah.
Right at the end of side 1 of this playthrough here. The Lady Vogon asks if she has a second home planet, which is really
Yeah.
funny. Just for like paperwork purposes.
And yeah, it's this great
yeah.
cut of like, who would sign a thing to destroy the planet? Cut to Zaphod strutting away.
Yeah, just having a great
Yeah.
time. They sort of like double down on this, and in case you didn't get it, you see the executive order
Yeah.
signed by Zaphod like shortly after this, which he thinks is an autograph.
Yeah, because it just says hugs and kisses. This is a good
Yeah.
film.
Yeah, lots of it's very
Yeah.
funny. I don't know. Yeah, so like then we get Money playing over the queuing
Yes.
sequence, They got to fill out forms here at the like DMV, effectively. Fun fact: the original Marvin
Yeah, I saw him.
robot prop is in the queue here from the TV
Yeah.
show. Yeah, just a little visual thing in there. Easter egg.
Ah, happy Easter.
Happy Easter. I've actually. Oh, this is a thing that I maybe shouldn't reveal. I've got like a Easter bunny left over from Easter that I can see from where I'm recording right now. I really should throw it away.
Or eat it
It's
live
like-
and see how it affects you.
Oh God, I think I'll die.
Yeah,
Like
we
we
don't
were
want that.
talking earlier about how we record on Discord, and if one person remains on the Discord call, Discord will get really nervous and ask if you're still
Yeah.
there. If I die live on mic because this like bunny kills me,
Yeah.
he's staring at me in silent accusation up there. He's up on a high shelf.
Why
Anyway.
have you put him in such a position of power?
I think it's like mostly just like self-judgment, really. I put him there to like remind me to deal with him, but it hasn't worked,
Oh.
evidently. I'm revealing a lot about myself and my living
Yeah.
habits.
People would have listened to the Avatar one and think, well, at least James has his life together. I'm sorry to report.
You were wrong, listener. So poor Trisha, she gets released after all this queuing and form filling out. This sequence again is another like a callback to a previous episode, the Wachowski brothers thing, with like in Jupiter Ascending. I talked about there was a scene in that which was very over the top, like DMV planet kind of thing. And I feel like this is that done well. Like it's not the sequence in Jupiter Ascending is just awful.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's played for laughs again, but like it's just so dissonant with the rest of the movie. Like here in a comedy movie, it lands a lot better.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, poor Trisha gets released, and then she gets like Fresh Prince thrown out the door. Yeah, I think it's like a shot perfect like match of like her like diagonally flying out of a door.
The same way Jazzy Jeff would. Oh,
yeah, all the time. Is like that recurring bit from that
Yeah.
show. Very fun. Yeah, she's heavily pissed at Zaphod for signing the order to destroy
Which
Earth.
is fair enough.
Yep, I agree. Destroying a planet's a big
Yeah.
deal. Also, it's kind of ironic that Zaphod sort of screws himself out of finding out the question here.
Yeah.
They don't really go into it, but like him destroying the Earth sort of interrupts the program of them figuring out what the ultimate question is. So he's set himself up to fail, which is quite good. The orchestrator of his own destruction,
Ooh,
you know.
damn.
So architect of his own destruction is the saying, right?
I think so. If not, that should be a new Pink Floyd song.
Oh yeah. All
Lads, you can
we'll
have that
allow
one for free.
It's featuring on that like worm food album or whatever that we
about
came
that.
up with. That I've forgotten the name of it now. Anyway, we're flying back to the ship. They get rescued and they're gone. The Vogons are all like furious that they've got away, but then they have to take lunch,
Yeah.
which is another good bit.
Perfect. I'd make sure my lunch break gets happened before I get revenge.
Yeah, same.
But I'm also a
Very
Vogan, so
important.
there's that.
Oh, okay.
We hear...
I didn't know that about you.
It just hasn't come up much.
All right, fair enough.
We hear Black and Blue
Vogan
sung
this whole
by
time.
Pink Floyd when we see a black sky and a blue planet.
Hey, I like that. Yeah, they're at Magrathea. We're gonna skip over that whole shower scene, which sucks. And yeah, we hear at Magrathea. There's a twin sunrise over Magrathea, which is another call out to Star Wars.
Yeah.
The, and this is also where we get Douglas Adams' cameo here. He plays the recorded message of the Council of Magrathea.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's his face like going back, like looking left to right over and over
Yeah.
again in this hologram. He plays it so well, actually, as well. He's very deadpan and shoots the missiles at them, the two nuclear missiles.
Your deaths will be recorded for quality control. Spot
Yeah,
on.
another good bit. Yeah, so they do like a little dogfight, escaping the nuclear missiles. There's a really funny bit where they switch to manual control and the ship just starts dropping.
Yeah.
like screeches to a halt and then starts dropping towards the planet's surface. And yeah, they hit the button to activate the improbability drive, and in pure improbability, out of a very unlikely circumstance, they're exactly where they were.
Yeah.
But the two missiles have turned into a bowl of petunias and a whale.
So good. So Douglas Adams. So strange.
So silly. Bill Bailey provides the voice of the
Yes.
whale. We get to hear the internal monologues of both the whale and the bowl of petunias as they fall.
Yeah.
Here.
The whales drop,
And
which is an amazing scene. Like, if they just chopped that up to be like a short story, it would have won some sort of, or like a short film, it would have won an Oscar.
It's so good. It's such a like out there idea, and this like whale is like very quickly coming to terms with being alive and like trying to understand his own existence before immediately dying.
And it works really well, his whooshing to like the saxophones and the kind of things of I've got no ability
the sax
to sing
solo
Pink Floyd.
covers the whole.
Sorry,
it's all right. The sax solo covers this entire fall. It's like a perfect sync here as well. Like starts off as soon as we cut to the monologue and ends as soon as he hits the ground, which is really nice.
And while he's thinking all that, the bowl of petunias thinks not again, which is then later explained as the bowl of petunias is that guy who keeps reincarnating and being killed by Arthur Dent.
Oh,
so
no.
That's why he says it?
That's a sick fact. Man, the deep cuts. Man, I love that. Yeah, it's not explained in the film canon, because I guess this doesn't come up until much later in the series. But that's a sweet little tidbit. I like it.
See, cool boomers, we've got you covered.
All right, we're on. All right.
Sorry.
All right.
I'll let you do a podcast.
It's all right. No, it's the little. We got to shout out our cool boomers and deepfakers.
In our quest to make the show nice and inaccessible, we've got to shout out cool boomers and deepfakers a lot.
Absolutely. We're here on the planet's surface, and there are portals to the other dimensions. Trisha's getting real sick of these guys' bullshit.
Yeah.
They're all arguing and getting all grumpy with each other, and so she just runs into the portal, and fair enough, I would too. Any Color You Like plays over this sequence, and like Arthur's like too scared to jump in, so he sort of ramps up to it, but by the time he gets up the courage, it deactivates before he can jump through. Sort of like this is summing up his character, and that like he is too scared to do stuff, like too scared to jump in, and that's his major downfall.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
But the rest of the crew, other than Marvin as well, who's hanging out with Arthur.
Yeah.
I think mainly just because he can't run.
My boy's got it bad.
Later on, like seeing them hanging out in the snow is a really nice visual effect as well. But yes, the rest of the crew arrive in front of Deep Thought, who's just been like chilling out and watching TV this whole time.
The weirdest cartoon, yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's like very like early Sesame Street level cartoon, I want to say.
Or that Russian cartoon that replaces Itchy and Scratchy in an episode of The Simpsons.
Yeah, it's surreal vibes, whatever it is that they're watching. I do like the visual here though. Like Deep Thought is this massive golden computer with just like a slit for a mouth and like one little eye, and they're like are leaning on big golden hands looking down at stuff, and seeing this shape like looking down at a tiny television is really, really funny visually. Yes, anyway, like they're very like apathetic and don't want to help, but then they've come for the gun that Hamakavula wants. And so a little like hole in the ground opens up. I'm just going to carry on and do this whole gun bit now, because this is like
I'll allow it,
because these are like intercut together with the slutty Bart Pass stuff. But anyway, the like point of view gun here. This is another new thing to the movie that I think people were not keen on.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, because I think it's another like pretty cool idea. It is sort of sexist.
Yes, absolutely.
The explanation of how it works, and that it's like, oh, it's for like wives who, like, housewives who they always end arguments with, you just don't understand, and so they use this gun so that they do understand. But yes, it's an integral to the plot. I think it's a nice idea, but it's like, it's sort of icky in terms of its sexism.
Yeah.
And also, yeah, it's amplified in its use in the movie by like Trisha using it on Zaphod and like revealing like she is sort of only motivated by love, her character, which is kind of lame. Like we see all her thoughts through Zaphod getting hit by this gun, and she's like really stressed out, but then like it boils down to her being in love with someone and feels like she's blown it with this person. It's like, I don't know, I don't like that. Seems kind of lame.
Agreed.
Anyway,
yeah,
we're gonna slide on back to Slutty Bartfast.
Slidey Bartfast, no?
Slutty Bartfast. Slutty Bartfast is here on the planet. His name's not important. I'm gonna keep saying it because it's so fun to say. But yeah, he's here. He works for Magrathea. It's his job, and he's just so like blasé about this whole. He's like trying to threaten Arthur, but he's like not committed to it at all. He says terrible events are afoot, which is very funny.
Yeah. Our
Anyway.
subtitle artist nails it as well with the tone of Bill Nighy, like a lot of repeating words and dot dot dots.
Yeah. Yes.
Like later
Bill
when he
Nighy's
sees Frank,
like,
he's like, that's Frank.
Yeah, Bill Nye is also kind of doing his Bill Nye thing, but I feel like
true.
it works for Slutty Bartfast, you know. Yeah, who's just sort of like a kind of a nothing character, throwaway character in the series anyway. So
Yeah.
but yeah, so he leaves with Arthur to like take him to Earth Mark II, and now poor Marvin's just like chilling out all alone in this snowy landscape.
Yeah.
There's a really beautiful shot of him sitting inside like one of the portals in front of like a big planet on the horizon,
Yeah.
which is just lovely.
Yeah.
Our
I think
poor
it's a
sad
recurring
boy.
thing in the books that he just gets left behind, and because he's like immortal, he just waits for them.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, like millions of years, he'll just like stand there and like and then eventually they'll come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Poor wee man. He's always getting left behind. It's his little legs.
Yeah.
No.
Please send us your fan art of Marvin the Paranoid Android with real strong big legs.
Oh yeah, powerful running legs.
Yeah.
The Chad Marvin, please. Oh my god. Yes, we're gonna see. Slutty Bartfast shows them around like all the little like showroom of them building the planets. It's all like little dioramas of planets.
Yeah.
Here, in like various wacky shapes. There's like a cuboid planet and like interlocking rings planet.
Yeah.
It's just like all like what they do is they design and make bespoke planets for the incredibly wealthy.
Yeah.
And it's revealed that the Earth was made by him and his team effectively for Deep Thought. It was the computer that was designed to calculate the question, you know.
And it was destroyed. I don't know if this is mentioned in the movie, but it was destroyed 5 minutes before it was about to give the answer.
Yes,
give the question.
it isn't mentioned in the movie, I believe.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a very important point that I think it glosses over. It could have been like cut dialogue, I think, but anyway. Yeah. So,
I guess because they are rebuilding the Earth, maybe they needed to, because they wanted to bring the Earth back, they wanted to cut that.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if like they have to wait another like 10 million years to get the answer now. Probably.
Yeah.
They try and get it out of Arthur, but anyway. Then we get like a really beautiful sequence with the like show floor of Magrathea where they're like flying over the real planets being built, the factory floor. I feel like this matches Pink Floyd really, really well.
Oh yeah. There's talk about like all your life will ever be when he discovers that his planet was commissioned, paid for, and run by mice.
Yeah. Oh, it's a great match. Super stunning and matches time, and then also great gig, I think, plays over the sequence as well.
Yeah.
Loving it.
Oh no,
I'm enjoying...
it's On the Run and then time plays for it.
On the Run and then time, okay.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the spectacle, anyway,
Oh yeah.
of these scenes. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he ends up in his old flat, and there's his buddies just having a great feast of clearly drugged food.
Yep, as you do.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing is amiss here. Um, has a wee chat with the mice, who are like
Yeah.
very blasé. Arthur's like thrilled because he gets to have a cup of tea for the first time in ages, and that's like what his mind is on.
Yeah.
But
How much did this movie make you crave a cup of tea?
Oh, so badly. I think I had a cup of tea immediately after watching.
Yeah.
I'd had like 2 to 3 cups of coffee earlier in the day, and I still had a cup of tea. So it just goes to show. It's all tea propaganda, this whole film.
Ugh, I'm sick of it. Big T interrupting our films.
Yeah. Get out of here, East India Trading Company, or whoever it is.
Dilma.
But I do want to quickly nip back to Slutty Bartfast delivering sort of the thesis of the film, or like just like the lesson or message, which is also in the books. The chances of finding out what's really going on in the universe is so remote. The only thing to do is hang the sense of it and keep yourself occupied. Yeah, like just like he's like, and then he says, "I'd rather be happy than right any day." Well. Which is like what Arthur figures out. He's like rather be happy than know the answers to anything. It's sort of the lesson here.
I think it's a good little thing to remember.
It is good advice, but like with the bent of the like romantic interest, it sort of like dampens it a bit for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
So then he gets like a big old drill held to his head by the mice, thinking they can use his brain to get the final piece of the puzzle for the great question. And then he gives just like the first draft of a like speech about love.
Yeah.
About how the only question that's mattered was, is she the one? About this girl he only met once and then made his cell phone background.
yeah.
Oh.
Pretty crappy. His bloody Nokia. Oh.
Yeah.
Get out of here, Arthur. You're the worst.
And she's chill with that, and then he hulks out and smashes the mice with his teacup, right?
I think it's a colander.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a big metal thing.
And then
squashes them under. Like a fruit bowl or something, I don't know.
Yeah. And they turn out to be little flat versions of the elderly children who wanted to know the great question.
Yes, the elderly children is a great description.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They're the ones that commission the planet, so they get squished. They do like that they say "oh bollocks" before dying.
Yeah.
Which is very Britishy and fun. Yeah, so anyway, the Vogons show up at this house at random. I don't really know how they got here, but they're here to reclaim the president.
Yeah.
I think it's so funny that Zaphod captures himself. He kidnaps himself, and like, there's all sorts of confusion here where the Vogons like fire upon the kidnapper, which is also the president that they're trying to save.
Yeah, it's so like a good way to confuse them because they're obviously all about like the things written down on paper. So they're like, we've got to shoot the kidnapper. But wait.
There's no forms for this. This is against all precedent, so they have no idea what to do. I do really enjoy Marvin just very calmly walking towards them.
Yeah.
Like, just walks like all... he gets shot in the back of the head, sadly. Like, while he's talking about how bad of a shot these Vogons are. But yeah, he's just like walking over to where the rest of the crew are hiding, which is very funny.
And then, he gets... What was that?
Oh, it's very sad that he gets shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot his beautiful smooth head. It's less smooth now.
I know. Oh, it's so sad.
But then, very amazing usage of this controversial point of view gun is that he gets it. He shoots the Vogons, and they all get so sad they flop over like turtles.
Yes. Oh, these poor boys. They're like, what's the point?
And while he's shooting, like, it's not he rises back up and shoots them. It's not a badass moment, but the Pink Floyd, like, ripping a solo over it makes it really cool.
Makes it way better.
Yeah, real 80s
what's playing
action.
inside of Marvin's head at that moment.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's why he's such a sad boy. He's been listening to Pink Floyd this whole time, I think.
Yeah. Mate. He has to listen to it.
Yeah.
this many times a week. And by has to, I mean, we don't have to.
Yeah.
But we do it for you,
The listener.
cool boomers.
Yeah. Oh, God.
And
Can we
elderly
stick
children.
with deepfakers? I'm feeling less and less keen on cool boomers.
Cool boomers, if you want to keep being called cool boomers, please send us a deep faked video of yourself.
Maybe we should do like a poll.
Yeah.
Let the audience decide what they want to be called by us. Anyway, all the big bodies are flopping over. It's very silly.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're like wrapping this film up now. Earth's all finished, and they're gonna restart it, and we get the line "home, home again."
Yeah.
Of this, we're like right in front of Arthur's house, but he resolves to leave Earth and explore the universe. He's like taking a chance for once, you know.
Yeah.
That's his thing. And yeah, then we get like great gig as playing over the little like cable car disappearing into the sky.
Yeah, all the footage of the Earth coming back to Great Gig, which really works.
Yeah, absolutely. Like all the animals like getting like little electric shocks and then starting up.
Yeah.
Like they're weird robots or something. And yeah, all our pub friends are back. Yeah, everybody's here. It's great.
And the infinite probability drive kicks off just as the vocals for Great Gig come in, and it like gives the end credits this cool like 80s vibe. It's perfect.
Yeah, it does. There's like a little indent from the guide of like a few. I think there's two little like cut stories that they didn't use in the film. But yeah, they don't really add very much. Just like some extra fun
they
jokes
just happen
if
while
you've stuck
money's
around for
playing
the
as
credits. Well. Yeah, a little bit of extra color. But yeah, that's the film.
Hey, my review of that film is mostly harmless.
Whoa! On the money with that one, Gareth. Very good. You know, I thought that it sunk all right. There was some like they weren't like high frequency of syncs, but like there was a good tonal sync, and like there were like the stuff with the whale like matching up perfectly and things like that.
Yeah, the Great Gig one really saved the day.
Pretty good, generally. I'm inclined to give it.
The syncs it had were really good. It's otherwise there were big sync deserts.
Yes, there were. It was big gaps between, but like just like going for quality over quantity, you know. So, yeah.
So what would you give it?
Oh, I want to say like a 7. I'm feeling not as good as last week. I feel like there were a lot more last week.
Oh, last week so many.
Yeah. So
and our controversial only time we've ever disagreed.
Oh yeah.
I might be willing to wind it back a little bit more to a 6 or a 6.5.
All right, yeah. I feel that. 6.5. We'll lock that one in.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Plot it on your graph, and yes. What do we got to do to wrap up this podcast, Gareth? Got anything coming up?
Well, okay. So usually this is when we talk about the film we're going to cover next week, but I've gone out and I've done a homework assignment.
What?
I went to a planetarium light show where they played Dark Side of the Moon.
Yes.
And I'm going to report back. I'm going to tell you all about my big day.
Hell yeah. A bit of field reporting from Gareth Blackler here.
There's going to be some surprises for you, James. It's going to be... Yeah, there's going to be a lot of good times.
I'm not going to contribute anything to this podcast except like lots of gasps, I think. But it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. So that's
look forward to that next week. And then next week we'll announce the film for the week after. So don't worry.
Mate, you got to wait an extra week.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all right. Stick around for the fun planetarium show.
Yeah.
It reminds me a lot of me seeing Avatar's like Cirque du Soleil performance.
Yeah, very same energy, I think.
Oh, great.
Very big like embracing of the earnest, I'm gonna tell you.
That's just lovely.
Yeah.
All right, looking forward to it.
Yeah. So until then, though, I've been Gareth Blackler.
And I've been James Barron.
Yeah. Well, please check us out on social media and all that.
Yep.
I understand you cool boomers may have trouble with that, but you'll figure it out.
You'll work it out.
Ask your local deepfaker.
Yeah.
And yeah, until next time, we'll see you on the dark side of Magrathea.
On the dark side of Magrathea.
Nice.
Goodbye.
Bye.